It's gaming's biggest night, the 6th annual Cartridge Awards. The devil does not like noise, so the Nintendo Cartridge Society does not like noise with you. Welcome to Nintendo Cartridge Society. My name is Patrick Ellers, and I am joined, as I'm always joined, by my co-host, Mark Mitchell. Mark, it's the Cardies.
Oh, a night I look forward to every year.
A night I look forward to all year.
Where we get to celebrate the best of Nintendo.
And the best, like, from the, I was going to say from the year, and sometimes some of the categories are year-specific, but not always.
Not always.
In fact, frequently not. But yes, I'm very excited to be doing this here with you tonight. Before we dig into all of the awards that we have to give away, just want to shout out, of course, the Patreon, patreon.com/Nintendo Cartridge Society, where if you are supporting us at the 8 or 16-bit levels, you get access to our once-a-month episodes of mini-series like NCS at the Movies.
Yes, and in just a few days, we'll be releasing an episode about Wake Up Dead Man, Knives Out mystery with special guest Ryan Mogi.
Yep, that'll be there like at the exact same time that the movie hits Netflix, so you can make that, that can be your whole weekend.
Yep.
Or like 5 hours-ish of your weekend, those two things put together.
But also we've done great episodes in this miniseries about Superman, about the Fantastic Four First Steps, about The Naked Gun, about One Battle After Another, and also an episode about Tron Ares, which is a good episode about a bad movie.
Right. We did one more, right? Or was that all of them?
I think that might be all of them.
Yeah, that feels right.
No. We did done one more in November.
Yes.
Oh, which was, of course, The Running Man.
Yes. With Greg Smith.
Yeah.
That's a great episode.
Great episode.
So check all of that out if you are at the Patreon. And if you are have not been over to the Patreon yet, you can follow us for free and get access to other miniseries that we've done in the past. So check all that out. There is content for everyone over there, whether you want to spend money or not. Also, if you do not want to spend any money but still interact with us in some way, get in the Discord. Email us, Nintendo Cartridge Society at gmail.com, and we will send you an invitation. You hop in the Discord, you chat about Nintendo stuff all day long. Look, we have a lot of things to say about Metroid Prime 4, it turns out. Everyone does.
Yeah, there's a great discussion going
Great
on
discussion.
about it.
Love it. So get in there. Mark, let's start the awards. It's the 6th annual Cardies. Now, just to get it out of the way, I think sharp-eared listeners can probably tell that our voices are not echoing off of the, pleather upholstery of a stretch limo at the moment.
Yeah, you have noticed that you're not hearing the soft tinkling of crystal glasses,
Right.
lightly bouncing off each other as they jostle through traffic.
Right.
Yet.
We are, because this year's Cardies is a special Cardies, 6th annual, 6th ever, we are, of course, dressed in our tuxedos.
Yeah.
And we will be recording from the back of a limo once the limo arrives.
Yeah, that's right. Longtime listeners might remember that last year we were trying to think up ways to really class up the Cardies to make it the fanciest it could be, and we determined the fanciest place to record a podcast, especially an award show podcast,
right, is
in the backseat of a limo.
Right. Mark and I were like, what's the fanciest thing there is? Prom. And so we're just trying to recreate that as best we can.
Yeah, exactly.
But the holidays come
time
on
got
fast.
away from us.
Time got away from us.
So we didn't pre-book, but
right. I've got the limo app.
Yeah.
And I have placed the order. And it seems like there's some kind of award something going on. So I think there are a lot of them are kind of busy, but I can see on the map there's one in it's a little ways away, but I think we'll be.
Yeah, we're pretty confident that by the end of this we will be in a limo.
We'll be sticking our heads out the sunroof.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And
blast and party in the USA at a reasonable volume because we'll still be recording a podcast.
Right, of course. And the podcast will get struck if it's got copyright music in it. But yeah, we'll be cruising down Hollywood Boulevard. We'll be having a great time. But the show runs on a schedule, and so we've got to start knocking out some of these awards. Mark, before we do, just wanted to shout out that The Devil Does Not Like Noise. Zelda 2 coming through, man.
Yeah, I mean,
week after week,
really delivering the great NPC quotes. So
yes.
Thank you, Zelda 2. It's not an award necessarily, best Zelda 2 quote,
right?
But we definitely tip our top hats to you.
Yes, that's right. And of course, we are both wearing top hats.
That's
as
literal.
part of the tuxedo. All right, Mark. So let's talk about the first award. First award of the night is Best Jump in a Non-Mario Game. Now, I think it's pretty obvious, Mark, that Mario is the king of jumps.
Yeah,
right?
For sure.
He's got the best feeling jump. Nothing I like more than making Mario run around and jump.
Yep.
But what about jumps that come from not Mario?
Yeah, there are other good jumps as well.
Right. And non-Mario games, because many Mario characters will borrow Mario's jump for a game. Like Luigi's jump is a little different now, but not always, right? Peach's jump, little different sometimes, but again, not always. So best jump in a non-Mario game. We have each come with a couple nominees. We will determine a winner. Mark, I have 3 nominees for this.
Okay, great. I have 4.
That's a lot of nominees.
So I'll go first.
Okay, great.
I'll go first. My first nominee is Link in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom. Link has been able to jump in previous games. In Link's Awakening, you get an item for it.
The Rock's Feather.
And then, in the 3D Zelda games, he can jump, but it's not controlled by the player.
Yeah,
he gets to the edge of you're running towards the edge of
it's
something.
It's a contextual jump.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it, a contextual jump. And I feel like Breath of the Wild, in so many ways, it broke open the Zelda formula. And one of the things it did is it made jump a primary function.
Yes,
that Link can do, and it really opens up movement. Like it's hard to imagine going back to a new 3D Zelda that doesn't allow Link to do that.
Right. Well, and to that point, the only other new Zelda game that has come out since Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, Echoes of Wisdom, just has a jump button. Zelda can just jump.
Yeah.
Without context or without an item or whatever. That's a good jump. The strangest button placement for that jump.
It's hard to go back. It's hard to play other games after playing.
Yes. Because it's the X button, right?
It's
the
and
top
so you're
button.
so you forget how to do it. But I feel like in the game, it does make a lot of sense.
It ends up making sense, but it makes it truly impossible to play anything else while you're playing Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom. A great jump, Mark. It does, in some ways, the feel of the jump isn't, I don't think, stand out for me, but great that it's there to facilitate the exploration of the rest of the game. My first nominee is Samus Aran's space jump combined with screw attack. So in all of the 2D Metroids, she gets the ability to keep jumping on top of jumps and be a spinning wheel of plasma death during it. And it is the most powerful you ever feel in a Metroid game, possibly any video game, as you are just buzzsawing through a level flying through the air.
Yes, it is incredibly satisfying, and usually comes at a point in the game where you are at your most powerful. And that is a really good jump. It is so satisfying in Metroid when that happens, because you spend so much of the game vulnerable.
Yes,
that you really do feel incredibly powerful. The tables have turned.
Yes, totally. Well, and vulnerable in the air especially, right?
Yeah.
But you're no. Now I spin through everything.
My next nominee is Diddy Kong in the Donkey Kong Country series.
Interesting, yeah.
A lot of video games do, Looney Tunes logic, where you can be making movement in the air and then either after a jump and either adjust your position, or you can do a jump and another jump on top of it. But
right, Coyote Time, the premise of you get a little extra time after running off a ledge that you are still able to push the jump button.
But in Donkey Kong Country, when you're collecting the letters, or I guess there are other, like the golden statues of the animal buddies,
Mhm.
and sometimes they'll be in a location where you have to, in the case of Diddy Kong, like kind of cartwheel off the side of a ledge and then let yourself fall a little bit before engaging the
Yes.
jump.
Mhm.
And I find that to be an incredibly satisfying mechanic.
It is really satisfying, and it's hard to explain why that's better than Donkey Kong's.
I know, because
But it is.
because Donkey Kong can do the same thing,
Right, with a roll.
with a roll, but I do. I prefer Diddy Kong
Yes.
versus Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong's just a little bit heavier with it.
Yeah.
And so, like, he doesn't move quite as fast or jump quite as high, possibly. I actually don't know what the material differences are between those two
I
characters.
do think you're right that Diddy Kong is faster. He
Yeah.
and has less momentum than Donkey Kong.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that's my second nominee.
My second, a great nominee. My second nominee is Pit's jump in Kid Icarus 3D Classics on the 3DS.
Oh, that's a good one.
And this is kind of a most improved award.
Yeah.
Because Pit's jump in the original Kid Icarus is frustrating and like sort of hard to control. What the 3D Classics version of the NES Kid Icarus does, it allows you to tap the A button as you fall to sort of slow his descent and like really steer the bottom of his jumps, and makes the game playable.
Yeah, it makes the game great.
Yes.
Like, makes the game really fun. I had when we played the first Kid Icarus, the 3D Classics version for Kid Icarus month, it really turned me around on the game.
Yep.
Yeah, that's an excellent nominee. My third nominee is Celeste in Celeste.
Yeah, great. A great jump, a great like it's just a series of things you have to chain together in order to jump.
Yeah, like very simple,
Mhm.
but what you're able to accomplish with it feels like a superpower.
Yeah.
Just great platforming, a great jump.
Are you worried at all that that is not a Nintendo game or a Nintendo character?
Yeah, I honestly couldn't remember if that was verboten or not.
Yeah,
so I just
mean,
went with it.
I don't remember either.
I mean, do I think it weakens its chances? Probably.
Probably.
The jury is biased against.
But it's the jury is biased against non-Nintendo characters.
Yeah.
That's true, and not a bias that I want to like weed out of the jury necessarily.
Yeah.
It is a great jump though. And my final nomination is the Wave Race 64 jump as you are bouncing off like procedurally generated waves. Something that can feel very difficult until you are like really trained in like the speed that water moves and like how exactly you have to hit these things to actually gain height. When you get good at it, it feels like a magic trick, but is very difficult to get good at. Requires a lot of practice.
And it's definitely not the same, but I feel like you could have some of that similar fun in Mario Kart World. Like skimming
totally.
along the top of those waves.
Yep.
You get a little extra juice as well. So my fourth nominee is actually already the winner of Time Person of the Year in 2006. I'm of course talking about your jumps, all of our jumps in Jump Rope Challenge.
Sure. This is a great nomination. Jump Rope Challenge, of course, the game that Nintendo, a small team of Nintendo developers put out in the year 2020 when we were all locked away inside our COVID bunkers, where you just jump rope alongside a rabbit.
Yep. Has very simple, like, hand-drawn, illustrated style. At one point, they were like, this is going away. And then they decided not to.
Right.
Although I don't know that you can still download it. Maybe you can.
It's just not Switch 2 compatible.
Oh.
No, it probably
It
is.
probably
This
is.
a joke.
Probably is.
Great nominees. So let's run them down real quick.
Yeah, Link from Breath of the Wild.
Samus is Space Jump and Screw Attack.
Diddy Kong in Donkey Kong Country.
Pit in Kid Icarus 3D Classics.
Celeste in Celeste.
And that character's name is not Celeste. The character's name is Madeline.
Oh my, wait, is that true?
Yeah, Celeste is the mountain.
And okay. but Metroid is named Metroid, right?
I'm glad I caught it because I didn't say anything the first time around, and it was just like, yep, that's the character's name.
Yeah.
And then Wave Race 64 when you bounce off waves.
And then you in Jump Rope Challenge.
Right. So, of course, People's Man of the Year, Person of the Year 2006. All right, Mark, do you have any thoughts about who's most deserving here?
Do you know what the one that really touched my heart when you brought it up is Pit in
Kid Icarus?
Kid Icarus 3D Classics.
Yeah, that's I think that's the winner. That's a game that is also important to you and I specifically, and so is something that I think we should continue to champion.
And something that I hope is re-released in some form in the future.
That's right. Currently unavailable.
Well, yeah, and which really stinks because, like I said, it completely remakes Kid Icarus.
Yeah,
and more people should be able to experience that.
Yeah, I totally agree. Okay, just checking up on the status of the limo here. The screen is just a big frowny face emoji right now.
Okay. Are you sure you're not holding it upside down?
Oh, I was, but then my phone just rotated.
Oh, I see.
So, you know, it's still the frowny face emoji.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. Well, let's do another award while we wait.
Okay, great.
So the next award is for the NPC most likely to file an OSHA complaint. Now this is a very interesting category this year because there are NPCs that are in dangerous places a lot and in dangerous situations a lot. But I found when I was looking for nominees that many of them seem to enjoy the danger.
I know it is interesting. So OSHA, if you're not familiar, is the Occupational Safety and Health Administration in the U.S. It's under the Department of Labor. So if you are experiencing like an unsafe work condition, you can file a complaint with them, an anonymous complaint. You can also file whistleblower complaints with OSHA.
OSHA also offers a lot of guidance on, best practices for like ladders or working with like wet surfaces and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So like any sort of like physical job, there's going to be a lot of that sort of thing. So,
but no, you're right. Like there are a lot of entities that are doing manual labor in difficult situations seem totally okay with it. And also I think in possibly also in like worlds or countries or fictional countries or whatever that I am not sure have a like labor law enforcement arm. You know what I mean? Like even if some of Bowser's minions don't enjoy working for Bowser, I don't think
who are they going to complain to?
I don't think they have many options.
Yeah, that's tough. It also kind of tough for me to realize that, someone who does a lot of like work, I'm referring of course to our beloved Professor Egad, is like notably unconcerned with Luigi's safety.
Yeah.
Like he sends him in there and being like, this is probably going to hurt you.
Right.
And that's just, we got to do it because we got to catch these ghosts.
Yep. Thanks for doing that. No rest for you. I need you to turn right back around and do some more for me.
Nonetheless, I have come up with 3 nominees for an NPC most likely to file an OSHA complaint. Should I go first this time?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm first going to refer to a character from a game that, Mark, I think you played the first 27 minutes of, The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. There is a character named Minister Left, who is sort of the counterpoint to General Wright, who are both servants of the King of Hyrule, and who are like pop in and out of Zelda's quest to figure out what's going on with these cracks in reality and rescue Link. And she is just very safety minded throughout, and seems to be like, is a servant of the crown, which in a way means that she's like willing to work with like the government entity to make things safe for people. So I'm nominating Minister Left.
So she's most likely to file a complaint, if I'm understanding you correctly.
Yes.
Not necessarily because she's working in unsafe conditions, but because she is the most.
There are people under her that she needs them to know that she's looking out for them.
I see.
So
okay.
she will make the work site safe.
That is a twist on where I thought this was.
That's great.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you mostly? Well, I will wait to see what your first nominee is.
All right. So my first nominee are all of the workers under Toadette in Super Mario Maker 2.
Right. Notorious Union Buster.
Yeah. So Toadette is referred to as Chief in Super Mario Maker 2 in the story mode. They just finished. Her and her toads had just finished building Peach's castle, and like the eraser dog or whatever
He's an undo dog, but yes.
erases the castle, and so they kind of have to like start again with your help, earning coins and stuff like that. And she lets Mario know that her construction crew, is slacking off. She blames the union.
She does.
For that. And it just makes me think that she is not as concerned with worker safety as she is with getting the job done quickly and under budget.
I will agree with that, but I think those toads would be right to fear reprisal from...
I know, even though it's supposed to be anonymous.
It's supposed to be anonymous. She would find out.
I know. She probably has friends at OSHA.
Yes.
Because she can hobnob.
Oh, absolutely. She's a politically savvy animal, yes.
Absolutely. But, so I guess maybe this is aspirational for them, but any of the workers under Toadette, just if you need help, there are outlets,
resources.
Yes.
Speaking of politically savvy animals, my second nominee is Horse from Everybody 1-2 Switch. And maybe, his complaints will be with OSHA for, just like working him to the bone for basically no reward whatsoever. But it may just more be a complaint with the union in general about his shabby treatment through the course of the really crappy release of Everybody 1-2 Switch. And the publicity cycle around that.
You have to feel for Horse because
you do.
Can you imagine the phone call to his parents? I'm going to be the host of a Nintendo game, of a first party Nintendo game.
And it's going to be a game that 100 people can play at one time.
And it's a sequel
to
a Switch
launch game. Yes, that's right.
That sold well.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just heartbreaking.
It really is heartbreaking. It's just heartbreaking.
My next nominee is Mario in Wrecking Crew.
So,
here's a person whose job it's
a dangerous job.
Is already pretty dangerous, right? And to be on a work site, ready for demolition, actively demolishing things, as is his job, and to be chased by wrenches and eggplants.
It's tough.
And have Foreman Spike kind of like, shadowing your every move.
Right.
Not giving you... I mean, that feels hostile to me.
It does feel hostile, yes.
So...
That's good. That's good.
Yeah,
I like this nomination. My final nomination is Blathers from Animal Crossing: New Horizons, who of course manages the museum there. And I gotta just imagine that there are many times in museum management where you have to make a choice between what is practical and what looks good, right?
Yeah.
And so I think that if he gets himself in a situation where one of the hanging exhibits is gonna put him in danger, and he's probably managing the whole process, both doing it and overseeing the work. But he's gonna do the right thing and report OSHA violations.
Yeah, I think so. I think he will too. I trust Blathers.
Me too.
To do that.
Yeah.
I would love it to. So do you think Blathers is the docent of the museum in Animal? But he is not He's not the final authority. He answers to somebody.
I feel like he must answer to somebody.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you think Tom Nook is behind the museum as well, one way or
that
another?
Feels sinister, and I'm not really sure why.
Using it for potentially as a way to smuggle.
Oh, sure.
Goods.
Works of art. Yeah, it's possible.
I don't know, just
contraband of some kind.
Contraband of some kind. Just something that came to mind as we were talking about. That's a great nominee. My final nominee also, and these are ones that I don't really know that they have any recourse.
Yes.
But I fear for them, and that is any employee of WarioWare Inc.
Oh yeah. Yes. They should. Yes.
I don't know that they feel comfortable, just like the Toads with Toadette. I don't know that they would feel comfortable reporting this to anybody. I don't know that they have anybody they can report to.
Which is why they have to go to OSHA.
Yeah.
Right?
And I really hope someone in Diamond City, is making worksite visits.
Absolutely.
Really...
Well, because Wario not only creates an unpleasant work environment, but he doesn't really worry about danger.
No.
Right? he touches fire, he catches on fire, he can go through a block that has like a big red fire thing on it, right? He sees it as
He's
good.
fine. Yeah.
He gets flattened by a boulder, great. He can squeeze under that thing now and access a new area.
Yep.
He doesn't realize that not everyone bounces back as easily as he does.
And he's cutting corners everywhere possible.
Yes.
So
because he's cheap.
Because
right?
he's cheap.
He's cheap.
Yeah.
Okay, so the nominees for NPC most likely to file an OSHA complaint are Minister Left from Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom,
The workers under Toadette in Super Mario Maker 2,
Horse from Everybody 1-2 Switch,
Mario in Wrecking Crew,
Blathers from Animal Crossing New Horizons,
and the employees of WarioWare Inc.
I feel like it's got to be WarioWare Inc.
It feels dangerous.
Of course, it is dangerous.
Yeah.
So the award for NPC most likely to file an OSHA complaint goes to any employee of WarioWare Inc. Well deserved. A good category this year, Mark.
Yeah, we're hoping for the best. Thoughts and prayers with all of you.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's do another award. I'm not even gonna check my phone. It hasn't. I've not gotten any notifications from the limo place, so we'll just do another award.
Well, yeah, let's barrel on.
Thank you.
Because the next award is for best use of a barrel.
Which is a competitive category, more so than I realized when we got this category handed down to us from the authority that generates these things. Would you like to go first, or would you like me to go first?
Sure. Yeah. Okay. My first nominee is the barrel cannon in Donkey Kong Bonanza Emerald Rush.
Okay, so this is also my first nominee, the warp barrel in Donkey Kong Bonanza Emerald Rush.
Yes, because you can use it in two different ways. So if you want to get from where you are on the map to another location on the map, you can, and you have a warp barrel to use because they're limited items in Emerald Rush, then you can use it just as a fast travel mechanic from one side of the map to the other. The other thing you can do is you push the L and R buttons at the same time, and if you have one to spare, you can manifest a barrel cannon at any time, and you can choose where you want to aim it. And this can be useful for traversing, on DK Island, if you want to get to the top of the mountain really quickly.
Yes.
Because otherwise there's no fast travel location up there, so you'd have to climb. And if you are really in need of speed, being able to use this, or you can use it in tons of different ways. But
it's just so exciting that the barrel, which is something in Donkey Kong games kind of forever, that's a very linear sort of, the game is telling you where it wants you to go. The warp barrel in Emerald Rush is a mobility blessing, right? You get to go cool places quickly because of it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a perfect addition to the game, and only in Emerald Rush, which is sort of nuts. So that, yeah, we share this first nomination. So I will offer now my second nomination, which is bomb barrels from Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, because there are these explosive red wooden barrels in these games that you can shoot fire at and make them explode, all that kind of great stuff. But it had me wondering, what are those barrels for?
Right.
The bokoblins and stuff don't have guns. They don't make bombs. Why do they have barrels full of gunpowder?
Yeah. It's a great question.
It's one of the great mysteries of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, are they bringing them to their hideouts?
For what purpose?
Yeah, for what purpose?
For what purpose?
Well, maybe that's how the caves in Tears of the Kingdom were created.
Right, they were just stacking them up at a cliffside. Bingo bango, one of them explodes. They all explode.
Yep.
You got a cave.
Mm-hmm. That's great. That's a great nomination. Also, lore stuff worth exploring further. I love that. My next nomination is outside of a game. It is the DK bongos.
Those are barrels. Those
count. The accessory, yes. The controller for the GameCube that could be used for games like Donkey Kong Jungle Beat and Donkey Konga.
End of list.
They are both barrels and bongos.
Yep.
Because they're bongos made out of two barrels.
Yeah, I mean, and no one can say that they're not those things. This is a very good nominee. Also, I'd like bringing it into the real world a little bit. to physical meat space. We recently played a little Donkey Konga at Connor McCabe's house, and man, it was a wonderful like flashback feeling for me to have one of those bongos, sort of sandwiched between my knees again. Just fantastic. My final nominee for best use of a barrel is, of course, the barrel roll from Star Fox.
Yeah, very good.
It's a legendary maneuver that will help you deflect incoming projectiles. They call it a barrel roll. Peppy tells you to do a barrel roll. It's an iconic thing. What is Star Fox without the ability to do a barrel roll? It's nothing.
Yeah, I mean, it became a meme.
Sure.
Excellent nominee.
Thank you.
Very deserving. My final nominee is the Barrel Train, which is a Mario Kart vehicle that first appeared in Double Dash that is sometimes associated with like Diddy Kong, but is officially not, like, by no official measure is Diddy Kong's vehicle.
Yeah.
But I think people just made the connection because otherwise, why is there a train made out of a barrel?
I mean, we do have to acknowledge that like barrels are sort of the domain of the Donkey Kong country. It's Donkey Kong in general, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it makes sense that we would associate the barrel train with one of the Kongs.
But I guess like this and like the DK Bongos, I just like the ingenuity of using barrels for other things.
Yes, I like that as well. All of your nominations are Donkey Kong related.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, so our nominees are
the Donkey Kong Bonanza Emerald Rush barrel,
the bomb barrels from Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom,
the DK Bongos from the GameCube,
from Reality, a barrel roll from Star Fox,
and a barrel train from Mario Kart.
So I like the barrel train as like a little bit of Nintendo ephemera that is like interesting and that we don't really like think about or talk about, or you know what I mean? Like it's just a fun, weird design.
Yeah.
But I almost feel like because we both nominated the warp barrels from Donkey Kong Bonanza Emerald Rush, that like
I know it does feel like it needs to win by default, which is not to take away from it at all.
No.
But I also want to give honorable mention to Barrel Roll from the Star Fox series.
Yes, although that one feels like a cheat, like it's possibly category fraud.
But hey, that doesn't stop people from claiming awards on other award shows.
One Battle After Another is nominated for best musical or comedy at the
Golden
Globes this year. So whatever. I mean, it's funny, but like it's not a comedy. All right. Mark, I just got a text from the limo company.
Oh, okay, good.
They say that the car is going to be here in between 5 and 75 minutes.
Okay.
So 5
that's
minutes.
Progress.
That could be. It could be before we. I know how we can burn 5 minutes is we can give out another award.
All right. Well, I think that brings us to Best Pikmin, and this is our first sponsored award of the night, sponsored by Close to You, the short from Nintendo Pictures. That I don't know if you are familiar with. Nintendo's been playing it pretty low key with Close to You this year.
They put out the 2 different versions of Close to You, one day after the other, one which had no Pikmin in it, and another one where the Pikmin were revealed to be doing all of the mischief. And then another video the next day showing the 2 side by side, or not even side by side, one after the other.
Yeah.
Which isn't as useful as side by side.
And I think they brought it up in like a Nintendo Direct as
sure did.
Another thing, and it was on, for me anyways, the top of the Nintendo Today app for like a week.
Right. So, thank you, Close to You, for sponsoring the Best Pikmin award for tonight. I have 3 nominees, and I will go first. My first nominee is the Flying Decor Pikmin from Pikmin Bloom from a couple months ago, the Nintendo consoles 1980 to 1995. He's holding a Flagman Game & Watch.
That's good.
And he's a little pink guy holding a Game & Watch. A very good Pikmin.
Yeah, that is really good. I went a little bit in a different direction for Best Pikmin. My first nominee here is all purple Pikmin.
So these are heavy Pikmin.
And I think they are my favorite Pikmin.
Okay.
They remind me of Ralph Wiggum because they seem like a little bit dumb.
A little slow.
A little bit clumsy. But I love watching them run around on the screen doing their thing. So for me, purple Pikmin a strong nominee for best Pikmin.
My second nominee for Best Pikmin is Glow Pikmin, which they're not featured in Pikmin Bloom, but they are introduced in Pikmin 4. They are the Pikmin that help you during the nighttime, like sort of tower defense, like castle raid kind of things. And they're dead, they're ghosts, or something. The nature of these Pikmin in general, kind of confusing. Is it an animal? Is it a plant? What's going on there? The Glow Pikmin introduced the new question: are they alive or are they dead?
Zombie Pikmin.
They sort of float around.
Yeah,
and
that's
like
fun.
They're wispy and ghosty.
That's fun.
Glow Pikmin.
My next nominee for best Pikmin are any Pikmin that are not roadside decor Pikmin.
Right.
From Pikmin Bloom. So in Pikmin Bloom, depending on like where you are when you like get these Pikmin, or where the Pikmin are from, really, like where you visit on the map.
Yes.
There are sometimes Pikmin available to you, and the Pikmin are often themed to like the location on the map.
You're
so
going by a pizza parlor, and one of them can like have a piece of pizza around him.
Right. You go to a river, and maybe it'll be one that is like a fishing Pikmin or something like that has a fishing lure on it. The roadside Pikmin are the Pikmin that they are going to give it some sort of costume, and by that I mean it's a sticker. But it's not. It's kind of like, oh, this Pikmin you picked up from the middle of nowhere. Like there's no other thing around here.
Right. There's no like
themed.
Exactly. Which just means that they become the sort of like catch-all of Pikmin. And like not every Pikmin has that like bit of decor on them, but like when you level them up enough, they go on their own little adventure and come back with their decor.
Yeah.
And it is the most disappointing thing when you have raised a Pikmin and they're like, hey, I love you enough now to go on a little expedition and get my decor. And you're like, great, man, go do it. And then he comes back as a roadside Pikmin.
Yeah, it's very disappointing.
So, wait, is the nominee any decor that is not roadside?
Any Pikmin that is not...
Any Pikmin that is not a roadside decor Pikmin.
Yes.
It's a pretty big group.
That's the best Pikmin to me.
Okay, fair enough. My final nomination for Best Pikmin, sponsored by Close to You, is just Pikmin, the game, the GameCube game, but specifically as it was re-released on Switch, which has a lot of just like controller things figured out, and is a very excellent presentation of the original Pikmin game. I first played it on the Switch, and I loved it there. And it's such a like, well, Pikmin games are like long and challenging. Pikmin 1 is those things, but is also like weirdly arcadey. And like as soon as you finish playing through Pikmin 1 the first time, it puts your time up on a leaderboard and like invites you to like now try it again but faster. And you can just see like the inner workings of like what these very limited spaces are over the course of 10 in-game days to just like get all the pieces faster, more efficiently, lose fewer Pikmin. What an exciting, what a fun game, and like to just nail the premise of Pikmin right out the gate. Pikmin 1 is my nominee for Best Pikmin.
Is that where you would recommend somebody start the series?
No, I would recommend starting with 4. 4 is very friendly and accessible, and there's a lot of content in it. But for me, 1 is an easy second.
Okay, so I think
those are the nominees.
Those are the nominees.
So the nominees, to recap, are Flying Decor Pikmin with the Nintendo console 80 to 95, holding a Flagman Game & Watch.
Purple Pikmin.
Okay. Glow Pikmin.
Non-roadside decor Pikmin.
Okay, it's just too broad. And Pikmin 1, the game.
Mm-hmm.
What are you feeling here, Mark?
I think I am leaning towards...
A lot of good nominees here.
A lot of good nominees. I think I'm leaning towards the pink like retro console Pikmin.
I think I'm leaning that way too. That whole series of Pikmin were very cool. But the little pink guy holding the Game & Watch, like, that's incredible.
Yeah.
So great. We are going to the winner of the award is the Flying Decor Pikmin, holding a Flagman Game & Watch.
All right, so I'm no limo yet, so we just continue forward.
I mean, there is a car coming down the street. but that I don't. That
D-
doesn't look like it's
It
for
doesn't look
us.
stretch enough.
No,
It's making these turns way too easily.
we did request a stretch limo.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll do another award.
All right, so the next category is Best Switch 2 feature we already forgot about.
Yes. So of course, this year, big year for Nintendo, we got a new console.
Yeah.
Full of new features. Do we use all those features?
No.
Do we forget about some of them?
Sometimes.
So I want to throw out I only have two nominees for this.
Okay.
And my first nominee, I feel like has with the events of yesterday and the announcement that Wario Land is coming to NSO, is altering the validity of me forgetting about this. But I was gonna say, honestly, feature I'm forgetting is the GameCube on NSO.
Oh, it's not one of my nominees, but I think it's a good pick. And I think partly it's because I think for good reason they aren't exactly flooding the GameCube library
Right, it's happening real
with a
slow,
bunch of titles.
which is to be expected.
Exactly. But it does make it feel less impactful, I guess. Like it's easy to forget
Certainly
it
less
exists.
exciting. Yes.
Yeah.
And also like some of the GameCube games that are like good and exciting, like I don't like. I feel like Wind Waker played kind of, not that it played different on Switch 2 as part of NSO, but like it's not as good as the HD remake.
Right.
So
yeah.
they're just like, some of the parts of it that should be the most exciting are a little like, huh? It's cool that Chibi Robo was on there. I liked playing that. I'm excited to play Wario World. But I do find that for as much as I was excited about it when it was announced, I'm sort of like, oh yeah, I guess I could be playing GameCube games.
Yeah. Yep. I think that's a really great nominee. My first nominee is Game Share. This is such a like a great feature in
Yes.
theory. And I bet it's a great feature for people who are using it, but I don't have any occasion to use it. And so it's like a really cool, or I haven't yet. So it's a really cool feature of the Switch 2 that I forget about. And until a game announces that they have Game Share
Right.
functionality, then I'm like, oh, that's cool. More games should do that.
And it kind of seems like all of them do, right? Like Mario Kart World does, Bonanza does, Kirby Air Riders does. And usually those are with that you can game share with a Switch 1.
Yeah.
So like
Doubly cool.
Doubly cool. I'm not doing any like traveling for the holidays this year, but like if I was and I was interacting with nieces and their Switch 1s, and I could game share like Kirby Air Riders with them and we could play together
Uh-huh.
on our separate Switches, like that sounds awesome. Never something I think about.
Yeah.
My second nominee and my only other nominee outside of the GameCube is the built-in microphone on the system. And partially I think I forget about it because it's like there are built-in microphones on everything, right? My PlayStation controller has a microphone built into it. Obviously, my phone has a microphone in it because it's a phone. Everything has a microphone. It's not special.
Well, and also not really used. I mean, we've seen it in the Animal Crossing update.
Right, yes.
Like the Switch 2
With the
version?
bullhorn, yes.
Yeah, like the bullhorn that you can use to locate the people on your island. But yeah, otherwise not put to a ton of use. And that kind of, so I think that's a great nominee, and also kind of follows my nominee, which is the camera. The Nintendo Switch 2 camera is another thing that outside of Welcome Tour, I have not engaged with at all.
Right.
Because I haven't had occasion to engage with.
Oh man, I gotta start Welcome Tour back up because now I have a TV that'll do 120 hertz.
Oh, yes.
I'm going back into Welcome Tour tonight. Yeah, the camera. Also, just I gotta say, now that we are 6+ months away from the release of Switch 2, the design of that camera is bad. Like it should really be a more like modular thing that can go different places and be just more adjustable in every way. It is just a strange little like stickety uppity thing on the end of a stick. Like I don't. It's not well designed. It's not beautiful. Which like so much of the Switch 2 now like has a look to it, and I feel like it just does not achieve the look of the Switch too.
Well, it's kind of in a weird place because, like you were saying, microphones are in everything.
Yes.
Like, part of it, in some ways, it makes sense for it to be part of the Switch itself, but because of its hybrid functionality, it doesn't really. And I don't know how you make a webcam beautiful, or something that's more functional.
Yeah,
So,
but like leave it to Nintendo to figure it out, right?
I guess I don't know that I really think of them as building like incredibly beautiful devices.
True. That is true. But just even something that's like appealing or cute or something like that. If it was red and had like little feet on it and looked like the Alarmo, then that'd be something.
Although they cannot stress enough, the Alarmo is not watching you.
That's right. That's right.
So maybe that could be part of the reason why they didn't.
Could be part of the messaging.
Why they didn't go down that road.
We've got a bunch of built-in bookcases in the new place, and you better believe that the Nintendo Sound Clock Alarmo is up there on those shelves.
That's a great place for it.
Do you have other nominees?
Nope, that's it.
So I think it goes to Game Share.
Yeah, I think so too. Although I've got to say, when you brought up GameCube, I was like, yes, GameCube. That's a great nominee because I was very excited for the announcement of that library. But other than playing some Wind Waker when it first came out, when the Switch 2 first came out, and realizing what you were saying, that it's like, oh, this is kind of has aged not as well as I would have liked. I haven't really engaged with the GameCube library at all.
And I think like putting Wario Land on or Wario World on there is like a good step in like
because I haven't played that before and am excited for the opportunity to check it out.
But also, is it Path of Radiance or Radiant Dawn? Fire Emblem.
There are so many GameCube games that are missing.
Totally,
right? I think there's like 5 or 6 on there total right now.
Yeah, it's not a lot. Anyway, thank you. That is a good nominee, but I think it's just got to be Game Share.
Yeah,
Game Share is something that felt like it could be like revolutionary,
and I think can be for some people. It's just something that I just personally don't use.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on and do another award. This is our second sponsored award. This is Princess Peach Showtime presents Best Fit in Mario Kart World. Of course, one of the innovations of Mario Kart World is that all of the characters that aren't enemy characters or aren't like little minion characters,
like the NPC characters,
have changes of outfits.
Although I guess it's weird to call them NPC characters because
you're
they
playing
are in fact playable now.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Yeah,
but like Cow previously an NPC. The best fit in these games. Gotta say, it's still strange to me that both Donkey Kong and Pauline only have the one alternate outfit.
I know it is really interesting how they decided to dish these out. And I think it's interesting that they chose to not give like those characters like Cow costumes as well. Yeah,
and that we haven't had none of those have been nothing has been added. To the game,
no costumes,
which is very interesting. I have 3 nominees for this category. I will go first with Sightseeing Mario. I frequently refer to him as Douchebag Mario. He's wearing sunglasses and an open button-down shirt with the Mario Sunshine shines on them.
Didn't end up making my short list, but was close for sure.
His hat's backwards. He's just an absolute stud. I love it, and I love him.
My first nominee is King Boo Aristocrat.
Pretty good.
He's wearing a monocle that's basically in the center of his face because his eyes are so close together. It's pretty good. I also like the Yoshi one. I just think it's funny to see these characters dressed up in like really fancy
attire.
Clothing. Yeah.
That is good. Much like you and I.
Yes. Yeah.
Right
it's
now.
like looking in the mirror in some ways.
A very good one. My next nomination is for Yukata Peach. This is the white kimono that it's basically the same thing that she wears during some of her on tour parts of Super Mario Odyssey. She's just looking like classy and cool, and is like one of those like aspirational Peach looks where you're just like, yep, she's got it now.
My next nominee is Burger Bud, which is the Toad burger. I just one thing they do really good with Toad is a couple of his costumes give him oversized headpieces.
Yes.
And because his head is so large anyways, it just makes it funnier. And in this one he just has a giant burger on the top of his head.
It's like they took a hairnet, painted it like a burger, and then stretched it over the mushroom on the top of his head.
It's really enjoyable to me. I like this one a lot.
I also sort of have the Toadette version of this costume, which is the soft serve Toadette. Where like the top of her head is like an ice cream scoop with like sprinkles on it, and she also is wearing glasses, big white glasses. It is a thing of beauty. Soft serve Toadette is my third nominee.
And my final nominee is Vampire, the Waluigi
I was wondering
vampire.
if Vampire was going to come up.
I just think it's so good. I just think it's very excellent. They did a really good job with the details in World on this costume.
Yeah, it also is like one of those things where it feels as though we are revealing a truth about Waluigi.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Where it's like, I didn't know I needed him as a vampire, but now I see it and I never want to give it up.
Yeah.
Whereas like douchebag Mario, which I love, is it's like we're having fun.
Right.
The soft serve Toadette, we're having fun. The burger Toad, we're having fun. But we're learning something. We're seeing truth in Vampire.
So let's just run down the nominees real quick.
Okay, Sightseeing Mario,
King Boo Aristocrat,
Yukata Peach,
Burger Bud Toad,
soft serve Toadette,
and Vampire Waluigi Vampire.
I also just want to give an honorable mention shout out to the Daisy swimwear outfit, because that is also very good. Who do you think wins here? For my money, it's between two, and it's between Vampire and Sightseeing Mario.
Ooh, yes. I think both of those are really good. Out of those two, I think I personally would give the nod to Waluigi Vampire, just because it is such a revelation.
Right.
But I will say Waluigi Vampire is originally from Tour, and I don't know if Roadside Sightseeing Mario is. So maybe under the assumption that Sightseeing Mario is new to World, maybe we give it to Sightseeing Mario because it is the best from or in Mario Kart World.
I see what you're saying. I don't know if that necessarily needs to drive our decision making. Let's give it to Waluigi Vampire.
Okay,
it's just such a good costume. But with honorable mention, of course, to Sightseeing Mario.
Look, I mean, it's just an honor to be nominated. Really.
Well, absolutely, of course it is. All right. Oh, Mark, I'm getting a call.
Okay. Yeah, I can vamp for a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I'm actually listening, so I'm not doing a very good job of vamping.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, I get. Sure. Okay. They hung up on me, Mark. So,
but did it sound like they were still on their way, just like stuck in traffic, or
it's hard to tell. There's just a lot of screaming on the other end of the phone.
That's interesting.
I didn't really get too much of it, but it didn't sound good.
Yeah.
So I think we should probably just go through, give out another award, and see where the night takes us then.
Okay. So next up is the Outstanding Achievement in Amiibo Embiggening.
Something that really made itself apparent this year is that Amiibos are big now. They're large. Amiibo have become large.
Yes.
But what is the best achievement in making Amiibo too big? Mark, I have 3 nominees for this category.
I have 2 that I feel good about, and then a third one.
Okay, so I will go first then. My first nominee is the Mega Yarn Amiibo.
Oh, this is also my first nominee. This
Very
is on
good.
my list. Yeah.
It is from Yoshi's Woolly World. They made a green, a regular size green one, a regular size pink one, a regular size blue one, and then for good measure, just a big green one. This is an Amiibo that I don't have, but I always lust after. And if you want to buy one now, it'll cost you like $300.
Yeah, and I would even say that the smaller ones are a little bit bigger than normal Amiibo were at the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Mega Yarn Yoshi, it's just so cute.
It's very cute.
It's excellent.
I also I love it when Amiibo push the form a little bit, right? Like every other Amiibo is, it's a figurine on a little round base. Even the Metroid Prime amiibos, Metroid Prime 4 amiibos, where there's ground that Samus is standing on, they still make a point of putting the little blue disc
the
base
pedestal
under it, which is weird.
Yeah.
And they don't have this.
And I also
the
feel
Yarn Yoshi don't.
I also feel like past large amiibo, I don't really understand the strategy necessarily
Sure.
as to when they get big or like why they get big.
Sure.
For example, I'll jump ahead to my third nominee, the one that I
That you don't feel good about.
the one I don't like. I actually don't love this amiibo. It's
Yeah.
the Detective Pikachu amiibo.
I forgot that
Which
he's
is
big.
it's big. It's really big. It's almost
Yes.
double the size of a regular amiibo. And I think it's needlessly big because it's not particularly cute or dynamic. So it's just a lot
Right.
of like yellow belly of a Pikachu because the Detective Pikachu is standing up and he's kind of doing the like j'accuse point,
Right.
and he's wearing a little hat, but it's not. I don't think it's a particularly good use of a big amiibo.
Right. We've enlarged something that has no detail.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which just feels strange. Also, it's an amiibo for a 3DS game. Why is it big? It should be smaller.
This is what I'm saying. I don't understand the strategy of when they previously would be like, this is a big one.
They should have made a bunch of small amiibo, right? Like real little guys that like Pikmin or not Pokemon is what I meant. That you could sell like a pack of like 3 or 4 or 5, just like little guys that the chip is tiny anyway. And then you could just have like a bunch of them.
That'd be fun.
They don't do that though. They make them big now. My second nominee is Big Man from Deep Cut from Splatoon 3. He is, of course, part of a 3-pack with Shiver and Fry, and he is wider than the two of them.
He's so wide.
He's double the width of them put together. He's just and he's big man. So bless you, Mark. So he should be wide and he should be big. But it's a big toy. I just pulled it out of my bag and put it on the table.
Yeah,
On the
table
street
outside.
corner. On the street corner.
But yeah, part of the reason it's so good and a refreshing choice in this category is because its bigness is its wideness instead of its tallness.
Right. Yes.
Which, yeah, is just a little fun variety. Also, I never realized that it's holding...
He's got like an Oni mask.
Yes, yeah. That's fun. My third one is the Kirby Air Riders swappable amiibo. Oh, Patrick is also taking something out of his bag. Yes, there we go. Because I've actually never seen one in person, I don't think.
Please touch it.
And the base that they sit on, like the vehicles, the machines are huge.
They're really, really big.
It's not that Kirby is very big. It's that
but he is bigger. He's like chunkier.
Yes.
He's like very evidently more massive than a regular Kirby amiibo. This is obviously my nomination as well. I picked the Kirby on the Warp Star, but only because the Chef Kawasaki and King DDD have not yet been released. Those characters are like canonically twice the size of Kirby. They're going to be enormous, like just huge.
I was just trying to frantically look it up. Is this Kirby canonically the correct size? How tall is Kirby supposed to be?
Oh, he's like
8 inches.
8 inches. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So he's not quite to scale.
No, not at all. Okay, so I think those are all of our nominees then.
Right. So the nominees basically are the Mega Yarn Yoshi, Big Man from Deep Cut,
Detective Pikachu,
right, and the I just said Kirby and the Warp Star.
Yeah, well, that's great. Let's use that for both of our nominees.
I feel like it's got to be the Yarn Yoshi.
I think
right?
so too.
So, and it's also they don't describe it as like large Yarn Yoshi. They describe it as mega, which is
they knew what they were selling.
They did.
You said now it's like $300. Was it? Would you guess that it was like double the cost when it originally was released of like a regular amiibo? Because even then we're only talking like $30 or something like that.
Yeah. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, and that's totally fair.
I don't remember. I didn't buy it at the time, so yeah, I can buy a sealed Mega Yarn Yoshi amiibo on eBay right now for $233.99.
Wow.
That is a spicy amiibo. All right, Mark. Let's give out another award.
All right, so this is a very special award.
Mm-hmm. One that we give out every year.
One that we give out every year. It's an honorary award. This is the Slippy B DeFrog Award for achievement in obnoxious characters.
Yes. Previous winners include Navi from, or I guess Navi. Navi is the from Avatar, but Navi from The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
Dr. Kamuta from Famicom Detective Club: The Missing Heir.
The 2022 award winner was Lego Jar Jar Binks.
And then in 2023, it was awarded to Clan and Fram from Fire Emblem Engage.
And they earned that one.
Yes.
And then, of course, last year it was D, the Ghost Child from Another Code Recollection.
So this year, is somebody that I think is very deserving.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody that kind of is a latecomer, like a dark horse nominee, I would say, late in the year. I, of course, am talking about Miles McKenzie from Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. The first kind of like Federation
soldier.
Yes,
Galactic
Federation.
You were going to say Federation Forces.
I was,
yes.
Yeah, Galactic Federation soldier that that Samus encounters.
And his first appearance lit the world on fire. Everyone was like, "Oh my god, this guy is the worst."
Right, and then the game comes out. You're playing it, and
there's been a mistake.
Wait, what do you mean?
You read the wrong envelope, Mark. It says that it's Kamek from Mario Kart World. The envelope says Kamek, most annoying character, obnoxious Slippy B DeFrog. It's Kamek from Mario Kart World. This isn't a joke.
Oh my gosh,
it's Kamek.
Well, apologies to Miles. I guess.
Sorry, Miles. It's Kamek, and you know what? I gotta say, this is pretty well earned too. Kamek is a item in Mario Kart World that transforms everyone into an enemy type, and then if you are transformed into that enemy, then you can unlock that enemy type as a playable character. This is an impossible thing to farm for. If you're trying to unlock costumes and playable characters, you just sort of have to wait for your opponents to get Kamek and hope that they transform you into a guy you haven't been yet.
Well, and this is especially I think especially deserving for early adopters, early players of Mario Kart World, because Nintendo has seen to it that there
are a couple workarounds.
They've created new ways for you to more easily not rely on the randomness of Kamek in order to earn these characters by in free roam mode.
Right, or the item customization too, that you could turn off everything but Kamek.
Yeah.
So
but that's how annoying that mechanic was.
Right. Nintendo changed it. Are they gonna change Miles McKenzie? No way.
Nope.
Boy, that's what a blunder on our part.
What a blunder! It's never happened in the history of the Cardies.
No, it has not. Mark, I think that brings us to our final award for the night. I'm just gonna cancel this limo.
That's so disappointing because this was going to be the fanciest Cardies, and in a way, I guess it was.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen 3 different rats scurry across the street as we've been standing here, but we're in our tuxes. And it's a very fancy Cardies, Mark. I don't want to take that away from us.
Thank you. Yeah. Do you want to tee us up?
I will. So the final award tonight goes to the best Switch 2 game that didn't come out this year. Now, this is obviously something that is open to interpretation.
Yeah.
Is this a game that should have been ported to Switch 2 this year, but did not come out? A game that is possibly delayed out of the launch year for the Switch 2? Or just a gap in the Switch 2's programming to be like, hey, why don't we have this?
Oh, that's so interesting because I interpreted it completely differently.
Well, how did you interpret it, Mark?
I interpreted it as games that are playable on the Switch 2, but were not released this year for the Switch 2.
Oh, very interesting. Okay, so we're kind of all over the map here, and that's fine. It's a big award. There can be lots of variance in the nominees.
Yes.
Mark, I would like to hear your first nominee.
Okay, my first nominee is for Luigi's Mansion, the original Luigi's Mansion.
Yes.
It is. See, I guess
Sorta did come out on Switch
sorta
2
did
this
come
year.
out on Switch 2 this year. So I guess disqualified. How about Tetris 99?
Okay, fine.
Now there's a game that was not released on Switch 2, playable on the Switch,
Right.
and is a great game. And every time that there is a Maximus Cup, I return to it.
Yes.
Always a good time.
So I have a related nominee to this, and maybe we fold these things in together. But to set up the nominee, I have to, of course, talk about the Game Boy. And the Game Boy's launch library, which we've recently talked about on the show, is 5 games: Tetris, Baseball, Super Mario Land, Alleyway, and Tennis, representing 5 basic types of video games. Baseball is an easy-to-understand sports title. You know the rules already. It's a sports game. Super Mario Land is a platformer. It's fun to explore. Alleyway is an action-y arcade game. Tennis is a Pong-like. And then Tetris is a it's a puzzle game that's like accessible to everyone. The Switch 2 in its first year comes pretty close to hitting all those categories. The baseball-like sports game that's easy to understand, that's Mario Kart World, right? The platformer, Super Mario Land, that's Donkey Kong Bonanza. The Alleyway, the arcade-like action-y game, that's Kirby Air Riders. Tennis, the Pong-like, that's either Dragon Drive or Mario Tennis Fever when it comes out early next year. But where's the Tetris-like? Where's the puzzle game that's easy to wrap your head around, that mom and dad can play, that is also fun for the kids, that's like fun and addictive and action-packed, but still based in puzzles? There's no Tetris-like on the Switch 2.
That's really interesting. That does feel like a gap in their offerings.
And maybe they're just letting Tetris 99 do the work as it was part of the Switch 1.
But they don't really like promote it
right.
that much,
right.
Which makes sense because it's a very old game by this point, you know. But
I've already put in 600 hours, so.
Do you? That's really interesting that it does. You're right. I do think that is a identifiable gap in the Switch 2's offerings. All right, my second nominee.
Yes.
Okay. First of all, you have to remember how I approach this. And second of all, you have to remember that where some might choose to shrink, I choose to stand tall. And so that's why my nominee for Best Nintendo Switch 2 game that didn't come out this year, that is playable on a technicality on the Switch 2, is Super Mario Sunshine.
Okay.
Playable as part of Super Mario 3D All-Stars.
Right.
That was released for a limited time on the Switch.
You know what? I will say, I think this one counts possibly more than your other entries because it could have been / should have been an opening part of the opening offering of the GameCube on NSO.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yes. Also,
because usually the Mario games are like part of the opening salvo of these things,
right?
Yeah.
And outside of Mario Kart World, we didn't get any of that.
Right. Yeah. True. It's been kind of a Mario-less. Yeah, I guess we got Galaxy, but
right.
Yeah.
But not for Switch 2 specifically.
Great point.
Yeah. So yeah, Super Mario Sunshine. Also, honestly, I feel like it's one of those like it's about time awards. You know, sometimes people get nominated for Oscars or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
And they
it's like
win
a whole
it
career thing.
Exactly.
Right.
Not because the film they were in that year was their best work ever, but because everybody's like, yeah, it's about time we acknowledge this.
Yeah. Right. It's like it makes sense that you would win an Oscar at some point. It may as well be now.
Yeah.
Okay, my second nominee is a Kid Icarus Uprising remake. Remember all of like the kind of like rumor mongering or like, and probably all of it just turned out to be Kid Icarus Uprising, right? That Masahiro Sakurai was working on something.
Oh, you mean Kirby Air Riders?
Yes.
Yeah.
What did I say?
Kid Icarus Uprising again.
Okay, great. But yes, that Masahiro Sakurai was working on something and is like a revival of something from a couple generations back. I would have liked for it to be Kid Icarus.
Yeah, that's
He's also said he wouldn't trust anyone else to remake it.
And he also said it would be hard.
Yes.
Like,
but every game he makes is hard.
No, that's true, and he does it to himself.
That's right.
I think that's great. I don't have any more nominees.
Okay, great. My final nomination is a new Wario Land game. Again, I came up with the nominations before it was announced that Wario World was coming to NSO. But it's the last time we had a new Wario Land game was on the Wii. That's too long. What was this franchise just like nothing now?
Yeah, there must not be an internal advocate for it at Nintendo.
That's probably true.
Because they are happy to make WarioWare games.
Mm-hmm.
Although even then, had been a while since we had like a brand new one until we got 2 in the Switch generation.
Yeah, two new and like trying stuff ones. Maybe not like the best entries in the series, but like it's also kind of hard to know like what a WarioWare should be at this point.
It would be interesting to see them bring back Wario Land. Like, what new idea do they have that makes it worth reviving?
And also, I think it doesn't even really need that. Like, just give me a new Wario Land with like new power-ups or new like ways to hurt Wario and access new areas. Like, it honestly, they come out so infrequently that you don't need to reinvent the wheel. Like they just did with Metroid Prime, right? Where it's like they just made another one. Okay, so those are our nominees. Our nominees are Tetris 99, a Tetris-like game, Super Mario Sunshine,
yep,
Kid Icarus Uprising remake, and a Wario Land game. So Mark, who do you think gets the award for best Nintendo Switch 2 game that did not come out this year?
I lean towards like a puzzle game.
Yes,
because that feels like the biggest gap that we've identified in the Switch 2's lineup.
Yeah, so it is whatever this Tetris-like game is that we identified as present in the Game Boy launch library, but not in the Switch 2 launch library. Is there anything else just like that comes now that we're perhaps a little bit more aligned on what the category meant? Were there any games that like you thought you would be like looking forward to playing when the Switch released that like just wasn't there, like a type of game or a type of experience?
No, I do think it's been like an interesting launch year because I think the Switch 2 has had good support with solid games.
Yeah.
But I don't know that I feel like Mario Kart World, both Mario Kart World and Donkey Kong Bonanza are great games. And I think I had a ton of fun playing Donkey Kong Bonanza, and Mario Kart World is going to just be like a staple of the Switch 2 generation. But it is interesting to see them lead with a lot of like spin-offs and kind of like minor league characters and entries.
Yeah, it is
rather than having
a Mario or a Zelda.
Yeah.
Which is also like one of the games that I mean, does Breath of the Wild count? That's a game that's a Switch 2 game that I played a ton of when Switch 2 came out. Like they just sort of let a lot of older games stand in for launch games this year, which wasn't bad. Like I absolutely thought Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are like absolutely worth revisiting on Switch 2. They are changed enough that they feel like brand new current generation experiences. So it's a weird launch, but like I think ultimately a pretty successful one.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Mark, those are our awards. We are let's go back inside. I don't want to stand out here through the end of the show. It's cold. All right, Mark, let's close out the 6th annual Cardies. All right, that's going to do it for this episode of Nintendo Cartridge Society. Another year, Mark, in the books here.
Another year in the books. Already something to look forward to next year. Another Cardies.
Yeah, that's true. And this is not the last episode that we're putting out this year.
Yeah, that's right.
Despite the fact that this is sort of our like end of year event episode. We got a couple more episodes coming out throughout the remainder of the year. And I guess there's the Game Awards tonight. All right. Well, that's going to do it for this episode of Nintendo Cartridge Society. Thank you so much to our 16-bit patrons, Connor McKay, Patrice Millette, Kyle Seaborn, and Drew Mackey. Join our Discord if you have not. Email us. I'll send you an invitation. Anthony DeLuca made our logo. Our theme music is provided by 8-Bit Betty. You can get more of his music by going to 8bitbetty.com or by listening right now. For my co-host, Mark Mitchell, this is Patrick Eller saying thank you for listening.